TikTok is making money from a fake version of MrBeast, and it's costing his fans millions. For weeks, sponsored posts have flooded the For You page, featuring an almost perfect clone of Jimmy Donaldson's voice. This deepfake MrBeast promises a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a new app that guarantees a massive giveaway. The ad is polished, the voice is convincing, and the offer is irresistible. But it's all a lie. The app is a sophisticated crypto drainer, and the giveaway is a complete fabrication. The common belief is that this is just another elaborate scam, the kind that sophisticated internet users should know how to avoid. But the deeper reality is far more disturbing. This isn't just about scammers finding a new trick, it's about a platform's core mechanics being weaponized, and the platform itself profiting from every single view of the fraudulent ad. This is a story of systemic failure, algorithmic negligence, and the dangerous intersection of artificial intelligence and trillion-dollar advertising engines. To understand how this happened, we have to answer three key questions. What is the exact anatomy of this deepfake scam, and how does it manage to trick so many people? How is TikTok's own advertising system not only failing to stop this, but actively profiting from its spread? And most importantly, why does this specific case represent a terrifying new precedent for the future of trust on the internet? We've dissected the fraudulent ads, mapped the timeline of the scam, and cross-referenced it with TikTok's own internal policies and the creator playbook of the man they are failing to protect. The answers reveal a platform at war with itself, where the incentive to generate ad revenue has dangerously eclipsed its duty to protect its users and its biggest star. The most shocking part of this story isn't the scam itself, but the machine that powers it. The reason these fake MrBeast ads can proliferate is because TikTok's advertising system is, by design, a perfect incubator for this exact type of fraud. To understand why, you have to look past the user-facing app and into the architecture of the TikTok Ads Manager. Unlike traditional media where human ad buyers negotiate with human sales teams, TikTok's system is a marvel of automated, scalable efficiency. Anyone with a credit card can create an account, upload a video, set a budget, and target millions of users in minutes. This speed is its greatest strength and its most catastrophic weakness. The review process is almost entirely automated, run by algorithms trained to spot obvious violations like nudity or graphic violence, but they are hopelessly ill-equipped to detect nuanced deception like AI-generated voice clones. The algorithm can see that the video doesn't violate its core community guidelines, it registers a valid payment method, and it pushes the ad live. Scammers exploit this at scale. They operate using what are essentially burner ad accounts, often created with stolen or prepaid credit cards. They will run an ad campaign for a few hours or a day, just long enough to ensnare thousands of victims before the account gets flagged by user reports. But by the time TikTok's human moderation teams investigate and ban the account, the scammers have already moved on. They simply create a new ad account, slightly tweak the video creative to avoid immediate detection by the algorithm, and relaunch the campaign. It's a game of digital whack-a-mole, and the scammers are always one step ahead. Every time they launch a new ad, TikTok's cash register rings. The platform gets paid for every single impression and every single click, regardless of whether the ad is legitimate or a complete fabrication. According to TikTok's own published policies, impersonation and misleading claims are strictly forbidden. Their safety center explicitly states that ads must not impersonate any person or entity or contain false, misleading, or deceptive information. Yet for weeks, the platform has been serving millions of paid impressions of an ad that does exactly that. The policy exists, but the enforcement mechanism is a sieve. This isn't a bug in the system. It is a fundamental feature of a business model that prioritizes growth and revenue over meticulous, human-led oversight. The system is built for volume, and in a high-volume environment, fraudulent ads are simply the cost of doing business, a cost paid not by TikTok, but by its users. The platform's failure to stop these ads isn't just an oversight, it's a direct consequence of an automated system that is incapable of discerning authenticity from a sophisticated deepfake, and a financial model that has no incentive to slow down and check. Now that we understand the flawed machine delivering the poison, let's dissect the poison itself. The scam is a masterclass in psychological manipulation, executed in 3 distinct stages, each designed to build trust before delivering the final blow. It begins with the ad on TikTok. The video is fast-paced, using familiar MrBeast editing styles, quick cuts, bold text overlays, and high-energy music. The centerpiece is the audio, an AI-generated clone of Jimmy's voice. It says something along the lines of, "I'm launching my biggest giveaway ever, but it's only for my true fans. I've created a special app called Deepfake to give away $10,000 to the first 100,000 people who download it and connect their crypto wallet." The name Deepfake is cleverly chosen. It's a real tool known in the TikTok community for boosting likes and views, which gives it a veneer of legitimacy for those who are moderately online. The ad leverages 2 powerful psychological triggers: urgency with the first 100,000 people limit, and authority using the most trusted creator on the planet as its face. The second stage is the landing page. Clicking the link in the TikTok ad doesn't take you to the official app store. Instead, it directs you to a professionally designed website that mirrors the branding of MrBeast's other ventures, like Feastables. It features a prominent download button for the Deepfake app. This step is crucial because it bypasses the security protocols of the official Apple Store and Google Play Store, a process known as sideloading. The website will have instructions on how to disable security settings on your device to allow the installation. This should be a massive red flag, but the scammers frame it as a necessary step to get exclusive access before the app's official launch. They are banking on the user's excitement, overriding their security concerns. The trust established by the deepfake voice in the ad is what convinces people to take this risky step. The third and final stage is the app itself. Once installed, the Deepfake application is a Trojan horse. It looks clean and functional, with a simple interface asking the user to connect their cryptocurrency wallet to verify their eligibility for the giveaway. The most common targets are browser-based wallets like MetaMask or Phantom. When the user clicks to connect, the app triggers a permissions request. Buried in the technical jargon of that request is a command that grants the app's operators sweeping control over the wallet's contents. It's not asking to receive funds, it's asking for approval to spend funds on the user's behalf. For anyone not deeply familiar with crypto transactions, this subtlety is easy to miss. Once the user approves a transaction, the trap is sprung. An automated script immediately drains the entire contents of the wallet, every last token, every NFT, transferring it to an anonymous wallet controlled by the scammers. The process is irreversible. On October 3rd, 2025, the real Jimmy Donaldson took to X to address the growing outcry. He posted, "There are some crazy MrBeast deepfake scams on TikTok. I am not giving away money through any app. If you see these ads, please report them. It's a scam." But by then, countless users had already fallen victim. The scam's effectiveness lies in its multi-layered deception, using an AI voice to build initial trust and then leveraging that trust to guide users past the technical red flags that would normally stop them. The ultimate irony here is that the scammers are weaponizing the very essence of what makes MrBeast successful, the deep, authentic bond he has with his audience. Jimmy Donaldson isn't just a YouTuber, he's a brand built on a foundation of trust and obsessive quality control. In a leaked internal document, a sort of employee handbook for his production company, the core philosophy is laid bare. He writes, "Your goal here is to make the best YouTube videos possible. Everything we want will come if we strive for that." This isn't just about entertainment, it's an obsession with the viewer experience. He explicitly rejects the traditional media mindset, stating, "This is not Hollywood, and I do not want to be Hollywood. I beg you to learn why we do what we do at a deep level before you try to fix anything." That deep level is a fanatical devotion to the audience. He understands that every frame, every decision impacts the viewer's trust. The handbook reveals a creator who thinks constantly about viewer expectations. He writes, "The title and thumbnail on the videos you will be producing set the expectations for the viewer. You'd feel like you were lied to and click off because the video did not meet the expectations." This principle is the bedrock of his empire. Don't lie to the audience, ever. This makes TikTok's failure even more egregious. MrBeast is arguably their most valuable asset. His content generates billions of views, driving engagement and, by extension, ad revenue for the platform. He is the ideal creator, someone whose own brand is synonymous with the kind of viral, high-retention content that powers the TikTok ecosystem. Yet the very platform that benefits immensely from his presence has allowed its own tools to be turned against him, facilitating the exact kind of deception he has spent his entire career fighting against. In his handbook, Jimmy stresses a concept he calls the wow factor, defining it as doing things that no other creator can do, which separates us in their mind and makes our videos more special to them. It's about building a unique and unbreakable trust. The deepfake scam is a parasitic inversion of this. It uses his wow factor to create a false sense of security, tarnishing the very brand equity that makes him so valuable to TikTok in the first place. Further in the handbook, he gives a stern warning to his creative team. Don't ever put me in a situation where I have to lie, because I won't, and it will screw the video. TikTok, through its algorithmic negligence, has put him in a position where a lie is being told on his behalf, at scale, and they are profiting from it. The platform is not just failing to protect its users, it is actively participating in the degradation of its most important creator's brand. The financial loss for the victims is devastating and absolute, but the true damage runs much deeper. This scam works so well because of a phenomenon a platform policy analyst might call legitimacy by placement. When an ad appears sandwiched between videos from friends and trusted creators on a platform as established as TikTok, it absorbs a degree of credibility from its surroundings. Users subconsciously think, if TikTok is showing me this, it must have been vetted. It must be legitimate. This implicit trust is a cornerstone of the digital advertising economy. Platforms sell advertisers access to this trust, and users offer it in exchange for free content. The MrBeast deepfake scam represents a profound violation of this social contract. The moment the user approves the malicious transaction in their crypto wallet, their assets are gone forever. Unlike a fraudulent credit card charge, which can be disputed and reversed, crypto transactions on the blockchain are final. There is no central authority, no bank to call, no recourse for the victims. They are left with an empty wallet and a shattered sense of digital safety. This leads to a much larger, more corrosive outcome: the erosion of baseline trust across the entire digital ecosystem. Every person scammed and every person who hears about the scam becomes more cynical, more hesitant to engage with new apps, new creators, or new online offers. It forces a cognitive tax on every user who must now treat every piece of sponsored content not as an opportunity, but as a potential threat. They have to constantly ask themselves, is this real? Is that voice authentic? Is this platform I use every day actually a safe place? In his guide for his team, Jimmy Donaldson states, "We don't fake things." It's a simple, powerful ethos. But we are now entering an era where faking things is becoming trivially easy and massively profitable. The rise of sophisticated, accessible AI tools means that this MrBeast scam is not an anomaly. It is the blueprint. Soon, scammers will be able to replicate not just the creator's voice, but their face and mannerisms in video, creating deepfakes that are indistinguishable from reality. Platforms like TikTok are on the front lines of this new reality, and their current automated-first approach is woefully inadequate. If a platform cannot protect its biggest star from being digitally cloned and used for mass fraud, how can it possibly protect the average user?